Hi, welcome back to my tiny Tuscan kitchen. Today we have a real treat, something that we can make actually quite often during the year. These are zucchini blossoms, and we're going to do them Roman style today, filled with mozzarella cheese and anchovies, and then batter fried. I can actually buy zucchini blossoms just like this. If you have a zucchini growing in your gardens, when you look inside, this is a female blossom, okay? So this was cut off of the zucchini. I take those little stamens out, and then we're going to clean the little sepals off the outside edge. And that's ready to fry. Sometimes you'll just see them with a thin little stem, and those are the males, and they have like a little male shape on the inside. For this though, you don't want really good mozzarella, or you want it to be old, so you can lose some of the water. Or today I bought this like pizza kind of mozzarella, which is a very dry mozzarella, which is good when you're doing any frying. So all I want to do is cut this into like little fingers. I have like 10 flowers here, okay? So I'm going to cut like little 10 fingers. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've got plenty. So I've got my zucchini. And this doesn't give off any moisture, and that's perfect. If you have a fresh mozzarella, cut it and leave it on a plate the night before, and it'll lose the water. So now we're going to make our batter. I'm going to use a scale to weigh my flour, just to be precise. So I put my bowl on top of the scale to zero it out. And I want like 230 grams of flour, about. Usually a cup of flour is about 125 grams. So this is about 2 cups of flour. And then I want to add baking powder. I'm going to add just a little bit of this. These packages are 15 grams. And I want about 4 or 5 grams, so like a teaspoon. Add salt. Okay. Mix this up. Then I'm going to add eggs. So I want a whole egg and a yolk. Sometimes when I make them, actually here, I do them with the yolks mixed into the batter, and then I whip the whites to make it moussier, but I don't use baking powder. So there's all different versions of this. Okay. And then I'm going to use a cup of water, or beer, or white wine, or Prosecco. I'm using bubbly water. Okay, this is about like a half of a bottle here. Take this off now so that I can mix it. I like to add the water slowly. Then if I need more, I could add more. So yeah, beer batter for this is really good too. Cold water is always better than just normal water. And I want to be sure that I make a nice batter out of this. Something I can really dip in. So depending on what kind of flour you have is how much water you're going to need. Today, I used my 00 flour, and it usually absorbs a little bit less, but I see I need a little more battery. Don't want it too runny, so thicker than pancake batter. Okay, this is a nice, like heavy cream kind of. Now I'm going to get my oil ready, and then we'll prepare the zucchini to batter fry. So I'm going to add oil, and for this you want actually like about 1 inch of oil for these. Okay, so they stay really nice and fluffy. Again, I can use very little oil and pan fry them, and they'll get a little actually crispier. In Tuscany, we usually fill these with ricotta cheese. Maybe a little bit of salt, Parmesan. Okay, so while that's resting now, let's get on with filling. We'll fill our flowers now. So I like to just simply open it up on one side and take out the inside. I'm going to put my stick of mozzarella in here, and I'll just take off anything excess that would be normally sticking out. I bought these really good anchovies. They really do have such a fabulous flavor. Packed in oil. I like them just on toast with butter. We melt them in olive oil for like pasta sauces. Okay. I get these ready. So these are beautiful from Cantabrico anchovies. So I've got my mozzarella and about an equal part of anchovy in there. Okay. I've had them filled with pureed zucchini. I've had them with pureed fish on the inside, like stuffed and then breadcrumbed and fried in sienna. So all different versions. They're very versatile. My dream, of course, is to make a dessert one with ricotta cheese, candied orange zest, and chocolate chips, kind of like a cannoli. So savory or sweet, I think it's a great recipe. You can also find them on pizzas, and especially Rome. This is the Rome combination is with mozzarella and anchovies. So pizza bianca could be based with like mozzarella all over the bottom of the pizza, no tomato sauce, and then the zucchini blossoms just opened up and anchovies pieces on top and then baked as the pizza. So I'll finish these and then we'll dip and fry. So here we have our stuffed zucchini. Now you want to be sure you kind of hold them together when you dip. So I'm going to turn them, get both sides and the bottom, and then pick it up, let the excess drip off, and drop it in the hot oil. Okay. You want to be careful, like if the mozzarella was still wet, it will be spitting at you too. The water comes out and then it starts to spit. You want to be careful. Don't have kids around. And like I said, you can do these empty just as well, or with ricotta cheese with some Parmesan in it. Whatever you like. This is how you'll find them in Rome. There's actually a restaurant that's famous for this. Baccalà fritto and your Fiori fritti. Oop, this one came out. Let me just get that back in there. I find it easier to use 2 forks and just flip them. And we're going to let them cook until they're golden. It does smell like pancake batter though. Okay. These are so delicate and beautiful. So you want to flip them back and forth until you get a beautiful golden crust on them. So once they're gold, just pick them up, let them drain for a minute, and then place them like on a paper towel. I see this one has a little cheese that was coming out of it and it just started to spit. Okay. Then we're going to do our second batch. You always want to leave space because they do puff up a little bit, okay? Here we go. Now this is going to go faster because the oil is hotter now. So zucchini blossoms come from zucchinis or from pumpkins. The word zucca means squash. So we have zucchini, and pumpkin is also zucca. So they're in the same family and they'll also have the blossoms. Okay, be careful not to drop your fingers in the oil. I try to place these as close down into the batter, the oil. So when you roll your flour, you're gonna hold it all together and roll it around on all sides, and then place it slowly down into the oil so it doesn't come back up and splash on you, okay? I do have a little batter left, and my mother-in-law would cook that as like a giant savory pancake. So we're almost ready. So here's our first batch, and you can see they're nice, crunchy, firm, golden on both sides. This one, see the cheese was just starting to come out, and this one too at the end. It'll even be better, okay? So after they're fried, you just want to lightly salt them, okay? And that helps them get crunchy even more. So I'm gonna put these all on one side, and then we'll do the second side when it's ready. So here we have our beautiful Roman style Fiori fritti con mozzarella e acciughe. Show you the inside. There's a lot of really great fried street food. Look at that. So be careful you wait a minute and don't burn your mouth. Hot cheese is really dangerous. Buon appetito.